Next up, we're going to hear from Royalty Exchange. Sean Peace, co-founder, to tell us a little bit about what Royalty Exchange is up to. Welcome, Sean.
Actually, I don't need it. Up. So instead of me coming up here and telling you about Royalty Exchange, I'm going to show a video that will kind of give you an overview of what we do, and then I'm going to tell you about kind of the next big thing that Royalty Exchange is going to change in the music industry. So
royalties generate around $200 billion annually in numerous industries that you come in contact with every day. Wouldn't it be great if you could collect some of these royalties? Royalty Exchange is the only global online marketplace engaged in transacting royalty investments across multiple industries. From entertainment and gaming to energy and biopharma, royalty assets can provide you a steady cash flow over a long period of time. Sometimes more than 35 years. So how does it work? Royalty Exchange works with royalty owners and verifies, packages, and places the royalty stream at auction in a way that's clear and transparent for investors. Potential investors bid and compete for the royalty stream in an auction format. When auction winners are identified, Royalty Exchange takes care of everything from transfer of ownership to managing the royalty distributions wherever you are. So what are you waiting for? Invest in your future at Royalty Exchange.
So at Royalty Exchange, we've created an incredible platform that allows anyone who has a royalty stream to monetize that, and then we auction that off to investors. So we're the first marketplace that has been able to accomplish this. Our start was in music. Kind of the places that we're going to today is we just purchased a broker-dealer to allow us to move into oil and gas securities. And actually today, earlier today, we signed a partnership with one of the largest film distribution payment companies to go into film and other television residuals. So we're very excited about that. We see that the opportunity for us is huge, but one of the big things that I want to tell you about where we think we can kind of change the way a marketplace works is around music. That's where we started. It's very dear to us. And if you've paid attention at all to music, there's a lot of turmoil right now in the industry around royalty payments. What's going on with Pandora and streaming and Spotify. There's a lot of changes that are potentially going to be rolled out legislatively about rate courts. And one of the things that we think we can do to radically change that industry is through some of the changes that just got rolled out around asset-backed securities. So if I were going to tell you what we are going to use our next round of investment for, it's to radically change the music industry. Because of the law changes in asset-backed securities and being able to have a shelf offering, for the first time, we're going to be able to petition the SEC to do a shelf offering around music royalty asset-backed securities. Now, what does that mean? Right now, we're very much limited to who we can sell these assets to. They have to be to accredited investors and verified accredited investors. With a shelf offering, we would be able to take that investment, petition the SEC, and create a social platform that would allow anyone, whether you're a fan with $50 or a fan with $100, to invest in a royalty security to receive that royalty stream. And the reason that we think this will change the way the music industry works is because now if you're, say, launching the next Katy Perry album, you'll be able to also potentially IPO a piece of that publishing or a piece of that royalty stream to the fans. And now you're going to have in the music industry, instead of people trying to steal music or get music from providers that aren't paying royalties, you're now going to have an army of fans who want to promote that song and that music in places that pay not only the most royalties, but pay royalties. So providers that don't pay royalties would certainly be frowned upon. And not only that, you have all these fans that are trying to promote that particular brand. So that's kind of the next big idea that we're going to be focusing on, as well as just building the core business. So I'll leave you with that. We're going to be in the demo booth, and if you have any questions, please stop by and talk to us.
That's great, Sean. So we have a couple minutes. Maybe we can float a couple of questions your way. One of the things that I'd be curious about is what are some of the royalty owners' current alternatives? Can you tell us a bit more about that to your Royalty Exchange?
Yeah, sure. Well, what's great is we're not necessarily creating a market. There's a market already there, but it's just very inefficient and non-transparent. So normally what they would have to do is those folks would have to go to their lawyers or accountants, and then they would kind of shop their catalog around. So we've changed that model because it was an all or nothing sale. Now they can sell a percentage of it. Now they can make sure that they're getting the most value for their royalties. So before it was kind of an all or nothing, or they might get a loan against those royalties. So we've really shaken up what people can do around their royalty streams.
Right.
Let me, two quick questions. How do you establish the value of the future royalties, is number one. And how many people do you have as buyers on the marketplace, investors?
Yeah, sure. It's a great question. The best part is the market defines what the value is. So we work with them to set a reserve price like a normal auction, but ultimately it's the marketplace, meaning the investors that come and bid on that asset, that define the value. And then we've got, I think, over 1,500 accredited investors. We're signing up several each day, and then we're also now making our first push. We focused on supply. Now we're focused on demand, going out to investors, whether they're accredited investors or financial advisors and folks like that, to build the brand for investors.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well done.